Welcome, sorcerers, to This Week at Dark Arts. This is a new podcast from Corrine and myself. We'll basically be going through what we've been up to, what's coming up, and sharing some technical know-how, like how to do an emulsion lift, how to do stuff in the darkroom. This is going to be a nice, short, sweet podcast for you to listen to. Maybe give you some inspiration of what to do at the weekend, especially if you want to do some nice artwork or that. And we want your input as well. So if you've got any questions around photography or art or anything like that, just send us an email to thisweek@darkartsessions.co.uk and we'll get Corrine to answer them because she knows how to. But to get started, I should really introduce Corrine. I'm going to ask her to do it. The reason I'm going to ask her to do it is I've attended a few of her talks recently, and the way she introduces herself at the start of her talk, I think is absolutely amazing, and she needs to share it more with people. So I just want you to basically start your talk. So who are you? What is Dark Arts Sessions, and why you called it Dark Arts?
Okay, so hi, I'm Corrine. I am the founder of Dark Arts Sessions. I have been a professional photographer for over 12 years now. In my time, I've done weddings, portraits, I do brand photography, and my true passion really is experimental analog photography processes, which is what I'm doing a lot more of now. I am running workshops on these different processes. These processes include wet plate collodion, which is a 170-year-old Victorian process. It includes emulsion lifts, which is where you extract the emulsion out of the inside of a Polaroid, and plant-based photography as well. There is really no limit to what photography can do, and this is what I am exploring, really pushing the boundaries of photography. So why did I call my company Dark Art Sessions? Well, there was once a belief that taking a photograph could capture a person's soul or essence. And this belief was rooted in the mystery of the photographic process and the idea that a photograph could preserve more than just their image. Some people were superstitious in that photography had a mystical or even harmful aspect, contributing to the perception of photography as a form of sorcery, which is why I refer to myself and everybody else as creative sorcerers. Some photographic processes were known as the black art or the dark art due to connection of sorcery and the silver nitrate stains, which I am covered in 9 times out of 10 when I do the wet plate collodion process. So that's where Dark Art Sessions came from.
So we've already had a busy year this year. You did 2 talks at the photography show where you started doing this intro, and it's where I first fell in love with it. How was the photography show for you and that?
The photography show was so good. I did 2 talks there, one on wet plate collodion, which, as I said before, is the Victorian process, the process that spirit photographers used to use. So that was really fascinating to share that information with people. And I think I looked up at one point and everybody's faces were just like horrified. I was like, what did I say? But they were so enthralled in it, and I've made quite a lot of connections from that, which was brilliant. And the other talk was about the emulsion lift process. Now, that went down really, really well, and I actually included some different ways of manipulating Polaroids in that too. And from that, I've decided to set up a series of workshops in emulsion lifts and Polaroid manipulation, which seem to be quite popular. I'm officially starting my own ones at the end of June. We have a few people interested in that, so we'll keep you posted on those dates.
And of course, then you got approached by Northampton Museum to do a talk on your spirit photography and your PhD work, which was amazing. I saw the photos from that of you with the crowd and that. So,
oh my God, yes. So the talk at Northampton Museum was amazing. They do Thursday morning talks. They're about £3.50 for people to attend, which is really, really lovely. A lot of the older generation came in, people that are retired and they want to learn something new. So the talk that I did was about spirit photography in the Victorian era, and It went down really well. I think they were originally expecting a talk from somebody else about a completely different subject, but I actually stood in for somebody. I think they came in like waiting for a talk about birds, and they ended up getting a talk about ghosts. So yeah, it went down really well. And because I'm doing a PhD in exploring spirit photography and how to depict ghost experiences in the modern age, it was really nice to talk to some people there, and I've actually got some participants from that talk to be part of my project, which is great.
So there are two more bits that I want to talk about, but I'm going to bring them in a bit later because it's something you've already done to what's coming up, so we'll link them together in a moment. This weekend is Maker Central in Birmingham at the NEC. I know I'm looking forward to attending again this year. We went last year, had an amazing time. Realising that people I've been watching on TikTok were actually there exhibiting, which was fun. What kind of highlights do you have from last year to what you're looking for this year?
Oh my God, Maker Central. It's come around so quickly, and it's just the most amazing event. If you've got nothing to do this weekend, head over to the NEC and go to Maker Central. It really is a good event. Last year, I saw Nerd Forge, which was brilliant. Check them out on YouTube. How do you explain Nerd Forge? That she does, Martina does so many different things.
Yeah.
She does painting, she
But she doesn't do it small.
No.
Like,
no.
I'm going to build a castle, so she makes it 20 feet tall type thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't like doing small things.
Yeah, there really is such a talented bunch at Maker Central. We had pyrography, we had lots of lumberjacks. There's lumberjacks everywhere. Yeah. Leather making, painting, marbling, so much. There's something for everybody. And I'm very much looking forward to that this year. And I definitely want to get some wood burning tools this year.
Yep. And if you do attend and you see us around, you'll probably see me because I'll probably be having one of your T-shirts on me. So it'll either be your Ghost logo or one of your other Ghosty T-shirts. Come and say hello. We're friendly. We won't bite. And hopefully, I think we're planning on doing a live around lunchtime on Saturday while we're there. Sunday, we're meeting your parents. We're going to take them for the first time because your dad's very much into woodwork and not just woodwork, but he likes getting his hands dirty and going into the technical. Yeah. And your mum's arty.
My mum is very artistic. She does a lot of painting. Mind you, she hasn't done it for a while, but I think this is really going to get her creative spark going, definitely. And my dad, he loves to know how things work, so I think he's going to be incredibly fascinated with the place. So yeah, there's something for everybody, as I said. Robots everywhere. If you love robots, come along.
And naturally, that's this weekend. The following weekend, the bank holiday weekend, you're going to be at Discover Northampton at Rushdon Lakes. You've just done an exhibition there for your neurodivergence, and that was on your wet plate format.
Yeah, so the Wet Plate Collodion project explored late diagnosed neurodivergence. Now, I was diagnosed with ADHD and autism very, very late in life. It was very recent. So I wanted to do a project that really highlights that. And the guys at Discover Northampton were nice enough to allow me to have a little exhibition there to spread that awareness, which was lovely.
And naturally, because of the work that you've done with them, you've now extended that. So currently you've got a emulsion lift project there. Yes,
I have God knows how many images over there at the moment, and we've taken up an entire wall of emulsion lifts, which I've done on glass, and they explore haunted landscapes around Northampton.
And you're going to be there on the 26th of May.
I am, yes. I'm going to be there doing some demos, so please come along and watch me do that. Feel free to bring me coffee and cake. I will love you forever.
And can people try it themselves while you're there?
Yes, of course. If they want to have a go themselves, they can do that with my help.
And then the next thing I want to talk about is coming up at the end of June. So, beginning of March, you became an ambassador for Analogue Wonderland. And you will be doing or taking part in their big photo walk. So
yes, so we are doing a big photo walk in York, one of my favourite places, very haunted places. So obviously I was going to choose that place above the rest in the UK, and I'm very excited for that. There are 12 spaces. So if you want to sign up for that, head over to Analogue Wonderland and there'll be a link to sign up.
So as Corrine says, there will be a link in the comments in the description of what, and it'll be to a link tree where we'll post all the links to everything that we're doing and that. Or alternatively, you can go to thisweek.darkartsessions.co.uk and that will take you straight to the link tree. So don't forget to favourite that or bookmark it. Naturally, we would like you to follow and subscribe to us. So which social media platforms is Dark Art Sessions on? And before you do it, because you did this last time, everything is just search for Dark Art Sessions on these platforms.
Yeah. Everything is at Dark Art Sessions. So I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Anything else? I think that's it. Oh, yes, and I'm on YouTube as well. Obviously, this is where you are. Yes.
And your website address?
It's darkartsessions.co.uk.
And as I said, as we're wrapping this podcast up for this week, if you've got any questions or want to know more about something that you think others would be interested or just yourself, please send us an email or contact us via the social medias or leave a comment under the video that you're watching or the podcast that you're listening to, and we will pick these up and go through them. If you want the email address again, it's thisweek@darkartsessions.co.uk. And don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe and notify as everyone tells you to do. But other than that, I hope you have a lovely week, lovely weekend. I'm looking forward to this weekend at Makers. As I say, if you see us around, just come and say hello. And until next week, I'm going to say goodbye.
I do hope I see you all at Maker Central, and we will be back next week.